So, guys, the investigation into Nolan Wells' mysterious death continues to intensify, and now the FBI has stepped in to help examine exactly what happened. As many of you may remember, Wells was spending the 4th of July on a remote island off the Mississippi coast when he was reported missing at around 11 p.m. Questions quickly began to surface because the friends who traveled with him to Horn Island claimed that Nolan chose to stay behind so he could talk with a girl. That explanation immediately became one of the first signs to Nolan's father, Elmore, that something about the situation didn't seem right.
I preach that same thing to my kids. If you go somewhere with someone, you come back with them, no matter what. Don't let a girl separate you from your safety net. It's plenty of girls. So for them to come back and that'd be the first thing that come out their mouth, like when they said that, they automatically just turned it turned me off, but it turned on a question like, I know he wouldn't do that.
It also raised questions because it seemed out of character for Nolan to separate from his group. And what stood out even more was that he reportedly left without his phone, if he had truly chosen to stay behind. For many people following the case, that has remained one of the biggest red flags. 2 days later, after an extensive search and rescue operation, Nolan's body was discovered after washing ashore. Since then, many discussions surrounding his death have included the racial context of the case, as Nolan was the only black teenager among a group of white teens on the boat, and the incident happened in Mississippi. According to data published by Statista, Mississippi recorded more documented lynchings than any other U.S. state, with the overwhelming majority of those victims being black. Because of that history, some members of the public have questioned whether local authorities can be fully trusted to handle the investigation. Then, on Tuesday, the Jackson County Sheriff's Department provided another update when Sheriff John Ledbetter spoke with reporters about the case. Ledbetter said his office would not be pressured into rushing the investigation, while also confirming that the FBI and several other agencies have now joined the effort.
Got a call to action last week for that information, and it has been very productive for us.
Ledbetter did confirm that interviews have been conducted with witnesses, and the department has been in contact with other departments and agencies, including the FBI.
Rumors are out there, but we don't respond to rumors, we respond to facts.
Based on available information, much of Horn Island is federally managed, which could help explain why the FBI has now become involved. The agency has jurisdiction over certain crimes that occur on federal land, including places such as national parks and military installations, and it can also assist when requested by local authorities. Because of that, some people believe the FBI's involvement suggests that investigators have not completely ruled out the possibility of foul play. Even though Sheriff Ledbetter has continued to say that his department is conducting a careful and thorough investigation into what happened to Wells, the Wells family still appears to have concerns about the local investigation. Those concerns grew after the family said during an interview with the Griot on Monday that the Sheriff's Department had not contacted them since the previous Tuesday, a gap in communication that their attorney, Benjamin Crump, described as unusual.
So I'm going to be honest, we have not heard from our local authorities since last Tuesday. We received a phone call, basically really no updates, and that was it. We've heard from no one else.
Another concern raised by some people following the case centers on Sheriff Ledbetter's early statement that he did not suspect foul play. Making that comment before the autopsy had been completed left many observers uneasy and fueled concerns that the investigation might be moving too quickly toward a conclusion. Another issue is that the results of the autopsy conducted by local officials have still not been released. According to local outlet WLOX, the findings are expected to take several weeks because toxicology testing is being handled by outside laboratories. For many people closely following the case, that timeline has only added to their frustration, given how important every stage of the investigation is. At the same time, both the local coroner's office and a second-hand account from a member of the Cajun Navy who assisted in the search indicated that Nolan's body did not appear to show obvious signs of physical trauma. Quote, "There were no immediate signs of physical injury," Jackson County Coroner Bruce Lind told CNN. Now, 10 days after Nolan's death, many questions still remain about what happened and whether his friends know more than they have shared. As previously reported, inconsistencies have surfaced between the timelines provided by the friends who traveled with Nolan to Horn Island. They have said they last saw Wells at around 3 p.m., but that account appears to conflict with two other reported timelines. Other witnesses have stated that Wells was still alive and with other people as late as 4 p.m. In addition, an alleged screenshot of a Facebook direct message, reportedly sent by one of the teenager's mothers, claimed the group last saw Nolan at about 5 p.m. while trying to convince him to get back on the boat so they could leave. Looking at those different accounts, some observers believe the conflicting timelines raise important questions. They speculate that the reported 3 p.m. timeline places the group's last contact with Wells before the point when other witnesses independently say he was still alive. If the group's claim that they left the island around 4:30 p.m. is accurate, it would mean they remained there for roughly an hour after Wells allegedly told them he wanted to stay behind. That raises another question. Does it seem likely that Wells decided to stay at 3 p.m. only for the group to leave around 4:30 p.m. without checking on him again? Or is it more consistent with the earlier reported account that the decision happened closer to the time the boat departed, when one of the teenager's mothers allegedly said Nolan delayed the group's departure because he was talking with a girl? For those who believe an accidental drowning is a possible explanation, one theory suggests Wells may have later entered the water in an attempt to catch up with the departing boat. Under that scenario, he could have gotten into trouble while swimming toward the boat or while trying to return to shore after realizing it had continued to leave, with the others unaware of what had happened.
We keep a grown-ass man, he doesn't know how to fucking swim. Have a fucking life jacket on, Marquise.
I'll just wait.
Bro, you have a life jacket.
No, I'm black. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna save you.
Bro, yes it does.
Bro, I'll just find a way. Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, they think I'm about to go back, but I can't.
Bro, you have a life jacket.
I'm gonna die.
I'm standing right
Hold
now.
on.
Talking just like, hold on a second.
Put your handle right here if you want.
Yeah, I might drown.
You won't drown.
Bro,
You won't drown. Try to get over there.
You're not gonna drown. I promise you not drown.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Hey.
You know what's your
Oh,
name?
my name is Marquise. Everybody calls me LeVar because I go to like Denell.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was okay getting over here. And they think I'm about to swim back. I can't even swim.
Doing a good job right now.
Yeah.
Probably put my boat on this. And it's my first time here.
What's your
Oh, first time? Well, welcome.
Yeah.
How'd you get over?
Yeah, what
They made me
happened?
take that way over there, and they had 2 life jackets. So
I'm glad we ran into you.
Oh, you fucking pussy.
I'm never coming back with y'all.
Yo, we told you if you're coming, we had a life jacket.
Life
makes you
jacket.
float.
Saving it for a big kid. This for a little kid.
Bro.
That's scary though if you're not used to water.
Yeah.
Nah, I just swim in my pool in my backyard.
Yeah. Spring water's different.
It's a lot different, you know, when you're full to
We're almost there. Ooh, the wind.
mountain.
I know, it's really strong. Look at that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm never coming back with y'all.
Hey, help me up. Help me up.
No, what to say?